everyone. Happy Thursday. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. As you're coming in, please introduce yourself. Tell us where you are checking in from. Let us know what you are sipping on today. And we will get started. I hope everybody is having a fantabulous time. I feel like it's been so long since I've seen everyone. It's only been like 2 weeks, but I feel like so much has happened. So right now, I am drinking some matcha latte that I made. So matcha from Trader Joe's. They do the little individual single serve packets. I think it's like 7 in each packet, 1 a day basically. And a little bit of stevia and some soy milk for the creamer. Yeah, it feels like it's been forever, but it hasn't. So much has changed. Hello, Brandy. From Charlotte, North Carolina. Yes, come through. Sipping on some love tea. I don't know what's in it, but it's delicious. Hey, love tea. I wonder if there's any rose and hibiscus and orange peel. I'm just like naming off stuff. Anyway, good morning. I've missed you guys. I really do feel like a completely different and new person. Like, I know we didn't have a timeline jump, but I don't know what happened in these last 2 weeks. Different kind of space. Oh, yeah, hibiscus and orange peel. See? Yeah, rose and hibiscus are very much associated with love, and it has that reddish color. So, you know, the hearts, the blood, and all that kind of stuff. And orange peel brings that sunshine, that citrus, that joy, that playfulness to the fray. So, makes sense. Yeah, how is everyone? Like, does everyone else feel different? I feel different. For folks who are new that are coming in, thank you for joining. Please subscribe to the channel and please also like the video. I'm inching slowly but surely closer and closer to getting 1,000 subscribers, so please help me do so. If you're already a regular subscriber, thank you so much. Not regular. If you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for subscribing. Please tell family and friends to follow, subscribe, like, share, all that good stuff, right? It is very much appreciated. I think I'm like just under 900. I might be like at 870 something or 880 something. So we're getting there slowly but surely. It'd be really awesome to like end the year with making it to 1,000, or like have that be like the New Year's situation. Because then I can also stream directly off of my phone, which is nice. But anyway, anywho, so let's get into it. So announcements, because we're already like almost 4 minutes in. Announcements. So the enrollment for Black Worker Incubator is open. It will remain open through December 13th. And the first payment is due by the 14th. I will be emailing folks who've already submitted their applications shortly with ways to make their first payment. So, you have until the 14th to make that. And then starting for the January payment and moving on, those will actually be sent out through invoice monthly on just a recurring schedule. But the first payment, you can get that in any time frame. So if you have already submitted, I haven't forgotten about you. I'll be sending an email out probably within this next week, if anyone wants to get that first payment out the way first, or sooner rather than later. But yeah, I would really, really, really love to see people in there. If you've been thinking about joining the incubator and have been going back and forth, now is the time. We have a lot of major astrological activity that is happening for the first semester, leading into it in the first month in March and April and May. Like, it's going to be a very powerful time. So definitely join in. Take a look at the website to get more details. The price is only $150 a month, so it's like basically a steal, because I'm really maintaining a commitment to keep the pricing as accessible as possible to folks while still honoring my time and my contribution. I can't promise that those prices will stay at that point, because Spirit has definitely been dealing with me about trying too hard to be accessible, right? So just FYI. With that being said, if you have not already seen, the November channeled messages for all the signs are now up on, the ability to access them is now up on the website. So if you go to innersunalchemy.com and click on the watch page, the first option on that drop-down menu is for the monthly forecast videos. Click on there, and you'll see the options to purchase as well as to submit your information. So I have their email to send you the video links to. The October forecast will remain up and free and available for everyone, and those are at the bottom of that page, because that was those were channel messages that came in, in the beginning of our spiritual new year, which begins, basically with coming into autumn. So those will remain up, most likely at least through, these 3 to 6 months, if not the entire upcoming year, just as a frame of reference. But the videos for right now, for November, December, will be $10 total for all of the videos. And then starting in January, it'll be $10 a piece, or you can get all of them for for $40. Eventually, like later down the road, I will be setting up a monthly membership option where you can get, the videos and, special discounts and stuff like that. But that's coming later. But just know that that's on the radar. What else? I will be doing specialty videos that will be released for January. So right now it looks like Spirit is asking me to do a separate 2020 astrology forecast video, not going over what I go over in the sessions that you would book with me, but looking specifically at certain conjunctions and oppositions of certain planets. So that will be separately available for purchase as well. And that will stay up throughout the year as well too, because it will need to be referenced throughout the year. And then I will also be doing a 2020 Spirit Council forecast, looking at the months ahead. And I'm still settling in with Spirit about like what exactly that needs to be, because I have like 2 different things that I could do. They might actually be 2 separate videos. I don't know, but just know that there will be 2 or 3 specialty videos in addition to the upcoming January monthly forecast videos that will be available separately for purchase. Those will be slightly more because they are going to be for the year and are to be referenced throughout the year. So you will be able to get them, unless Spirit tells me otherwise, you'll be able to get them throughout the rest of the year. And if for any reason any of that changes, I will of course let you know. But that's what it's looking like right now. Yeah, so I'm really excited about that. I am actually going to start on the December videos relatively early this month, just because I think I need to be in a really different space with Spirit for some more downloads that are coming in. So they'll still go up in December, but my schedule for the Oracle Talks might be a little wonky, but the ideal would be do these for these next 2 weeks. And I think like that week before Thanksgiving, I might do Oracle Talks, earlier in the week, like maybe Tuesday. instead of Thursday, and then use the rest of that time and into the last week of the month to do the videos. And I most likely won't do one for Thanksgiving, but I may. That actually is still kind of open with spirit. Just because there is another important portal day that's happening on the 29th. So I may get called. We'll see. I'm open. I don't have a thing around it, but that's probably why I'm getting told to do the videos sooner. Either that or I'm just really going to need the rest. We'll see. Anyway, so that's what's coming up. Greetings. Yes. And you feel a new sense of passion. Awesome. Yeah, same here. Like it's definitely been, its own roller coaster ride these last 2 weeks. We're in Scorpio season and we're in the first half of the lunar cycle. So there's a lot that's being brought up to the surface from the subconscious, a lot being revealed. But there's also a lot of revelation, a lot of freeing, a lot of breaking off of things that have been hindering. So yeah, it definitely feels good. Excited about the updates. Yes, me too. Me too. I'm like, what you got, Spirit? It's on a need to know basis. Because, I get myself distracted quite easily. I think that is it for announcements. Just put on the radar for those of you who are local here to South Los Angeles, or who might be traveling here in December. I am going to be doing a night with the Oracle event on winter solstice. And I'll be back at the Salt Lounge. Why can I not say the same? The Salt Lounge. And that's going to be on Saturday, December 21st. So yes, it's going to be Saturn's day with the Oracle. It'll be a 3-hour situation. I will be doing a specific channel guidance message, one just for in general for the collective, but there will also be a message specifically for the folks who attend. And then it'll be a time for open Q&A for any questions that folks may have about anything, whether it's just general metaphysical stuff or personal questions and things like that. And then we will end with a group transmission, most likely activation or something, DNA activation for that night. So it has actually been, I want to say, almost 2 years since I've done a night with the Oracle event. So this is going to be really special, and I'm really excited that I get to do that in this space. So stay tuned for more details. Sign up for my newsletter, of course. Follow the Salt Lounge on Instagram. And they're down in Long Beach, so it's the same spot that I did the Astrology 101 workshop. And yeah, and I am also working on some other upcoming longer form in-person events with some other light workers that I know here for next year. So you will be seeing more of that. Again, those of you who are local. I do actually want to start shifting into a little bit more travel. It's not quite time yet, but it's coming, and that might be more towards the second half of the year. So yeah, because I think I really want to do something with Roland, who's my friend in, I believe he's in North Carolina as well, the black yogi that I connect with on Instagram sometimes. That would really be dope, I think, to go out there and do something. Oh, speaking of that, this Friday, if you are not already following me on Instagram, follow me, Anderson Alchemy, at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So that would be 12 noon Eastern. We'll be doing some Anihotra, which is working with the fire for blessings and purification, as well as the angelic realm to celebrate and commemorate and actively participate in this gateway that's opening. I mean, basically it's opening today. You're probably already feeling it, real talk. But starting tomorrow, that will be a really special treat. I'm going to see if we might be able to jump back on together again, maybe on Tuesday, Monday or Tuesday. We'll see, because Tuesday is actually the full moon eclipse, but I'll see what his schedule is. But at the very least tomorrow, so for sure join in. Please wear all white, or a nice kind of royal blue or light colored kind of sky blue if possible, or you can do a mix of both if you would like to participate. And the intention is to be connecting with divine love, as well as celebrating, commemorating, sending love to the ancestors, opening the rainbow bridge, so to speak, or the light tunnels for those souls who are ready and willing to be healed and to cross over, as well as holding space within ourselves, our own subconscious minds, our own hearts, for removing any and all, whether it's personal, internal, conscious or unconscious blocks between our connection with the divine. So lean into that, enjoy that yumminess with us. And hopefully I can also get him to join me with that again on the last Friday of the month. So that will be, Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, but that's going to be another potent day, as I wrote in my November astrology forecast. So if you have not read that, definitely take a look. This is a really, there's just so much happening this month. So check that out. So let's get into the astrology, since we're already shifting into that for this week ahead, starting today. And today is November 7th. Okay, so we'll go up through next Wednesday. And this basically is this first energy portal, energy gateway that I was speaking about, both in the astrology forecast as well as with the light worker forecast. So there is this loose water trine. Okay, so basically a water triangle, trine being triangle, in the sky between, and I'm saying loose because it's not exact, but between the North Node in Cancer, the Sun and Mercury in Scorpio, and then Neptune in Pisces. And then this North Node in Cancer and the South Node in Capricorn is basically this axis of what is available for being transmuted, transformed. Okay. Now this water womb, as I've also been referring to it, is a place where it's a geometric configuration where there's a bit of a quarantine for that which is toxic, i.e. that which is not real, that which is causing distortion, for it to be transformed and dissolved and assimilated back into oneness, as well as an amplification and the healing and a transformation of that which is real and true and holy, etc. So we are getting a nice deposit from these points, a nice period of transformation that's available. And we are also lined up very specifically with the galactic center, and being amplified by the fact that Jupiter is now out at shadow period, and basically like transiting slowly but surely through this month, through the entire month, actually, truly, through the galactic center. So we'll be getting pulses from our great mother of our galaxy, right? All the way through here to us. And that energy will continue to be filtered through the planets, through the sun, but also especially through Jupiter, through that wisdom of the higher self, of the Christ consciousness. Did you get all that? Can you see? There's a whole other level right now. I love it. It's a whole other level right now. Okay, so the thing with this though is, and this is something that was coming up, at this point, there are a lot of powerful transits coming and happening in the days and weeks and months ahead, right? But what I do want to relay to you and please hold this in your mind and in your heart, we did already make the timeline jump, right? This most recent one. So we are already on our new path. So this is a continuation and amplification of the things that already are successful to help you maintain and to help you to continue to get greater and greater returns on what you've been investing in, so to speak, and also help you slowly but surely continue to pay attention to those things that are bubbling, that are gently being bubbled up to the surface for you to look at, for you to feel through. This is water energy, so the way out is through, and it's through the emotion, through the feeling, not necessarily psychoanalyzing, but like literally letting the waters flow, because all we're doing is just opening up the dams that have been blocking the flow, opening up the dams that have been creating separation in consciousness, in your energy body, in your heart, et cetera, right? So this is a continuation and a stepping up. So, you know, I'm pretty sure most of the folks who are here and watching and consciously engaging with their ascension process are not fumbling with this energy. Like, you understand that, like, okay, you get it, you know what you're working with, and just work with it at the pace that's opening up. All right. It's not really necessarily going to be something that is like brand new left field that's completely shifting your trajectory, unless you really have not been paying attention and not been doing your work, so to speak. You know, so I don't want there, or at least my hope is that there's not a sense of like, oh, you'll miss the boat, or like you have to try to hurry up and like figure something out or anything like that. Like, that's, again, if you've been here and following and paying attention, like, you're already in the space of success. This is maintain what's been working, and there are the spaces where you know you have a little bit of space to grow and evolve. That new stuff is opening up. Right? And then the things that are there for healing, like, you know what that is, like, it's good. All right. So stay in that space and that time. We will, of course, from what I've been picking up, have another timeline jump that will be happening in around the spring equinox time, so March time. But for now, continue riding your wave, okay? Because there's going to be several like boosts, okay, throughout this process. So as long as you stay on course, like, you're going to get the benefit. Right? And you don't have to get in your mind and think that, like, oh, I have to come up with some new idea or like radically change my life. Like, it's really the little things that will make a big difference. If you've already been watching the forecast videos, one of them, I don't remember who, it might have been Gemini or Cancer or Libra. I don't remember, but one of them where I was talking about like how you have the surveyors at the city roads, and they're like doing measurements off in the distance, and they're making tiny adjustments on their, you know, apparatus on the tripod, and like, you know, a millimeter shift here or there is going to be a big difference of like a mile and a half to the left or to the right, depending, right? So the little things that are done now make a difference. So as a practical example of that from my own life, one of the things that I started doing, not only in preparation for this corridor, which we're entering into now, but also just in general, is just going through and now that, you know, I've spent the last few months doing more of the bigger kind of cleanup, going and doing more of the little kind of cleanup. So like the, you know, the little stacks of paper over here that are just been like sitting, like, okay, actually going through, throwing out stuff that needs to get thrown out, filing the things that need to get filed. And so just been doing a little bit every day for the past couple of days, right? And I'm going to continue doing that until all of that has kind of been looked at and assessed, and then start going the next level, going deeper and deeper cleaning, and really getting into nooks and crannies, and really leaning into the Scorpio energy through the tarot, which is the death process, is like, okay, let this energy that's been sitting, that's been holding, die. Okay, release the energy, because that does actually represent, in a physical context, what it's like to have your energy blocked up. And you can feel the difference in your space when you do start to let things go. The air moves much more quickly. It feels much more open. So a lot of this, release and letting go or letting things die is actually working in tandem with helping you to lighten up, speed up, increase the manifestation, be more connected to God, uh, have an experience of the Christ embodiment, the crystalline consciousness, the Buddhic nature, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, be a more lived experience, because the things that are weighing you down get to be let go. And so we get all of that in Scorpio season period. So, you got spring cleaning and you have Scorpio season, right? Or autumn in general. But especially with these configurations of this big, water trine energy, Jupiter being on the galactic center throughout the month, South Node being in Capricorn, there's so much that is available to be released, not only in our individual lives, but also collectively and also ancestrally. So there's a lot of power here. And what I would encourage you to do is, yes, be mindful of what's being released, give honor to that, and definitely give space and time for that. But let that be like 30%. And this is what I'm getting from spirit. Let that be 30% of where your attention lies, of what you're giving your focus to. Okay. The other 70, give that to the new that you're bringing in, the new that you're allowing yourself to experience, the new joy, the new inspiration. And that's a bigger percentage than what was before, because remember, it was 60-40, right? So the universe is like, lean more now. That's an indication that there's a lot that's going to be released on your behalf. Like, you don't have to work that hard to transform your life. Remember, it's God first, spirit first. The formless builds the form. So your little tinkering here on things, I don't want to minimize it, but the stuff that you are managing in your life to actively engage with, even if it seems as small and mundane as clearing away some old papers, giving away some clothes, that has profound implications in the spirit, in addition to what already is happening in the spirit by divine grace. Okay, so the question I want to leave you with, but also lead you with, is, how happy can I be? How happy can I be? How free can I be? How loving can I be? How at peace can I be? How joyful can I be? How at one with God can I be? How happy can I be? Add sweetness in your life. Everything's not bitter. Everything's not bitter. Lean into the sweetness, actively engage with it, actively put it in. Celebrate your wins, even what you consider the small ones. Because remember, there's no order of magnitude in the spirit. So you breaking up with a toxic romantic partner is just as huge and as big as cleaning up that corner in the closet that you just haven't wanted to look at for the last like 5 years, right? Like, it's all important. Reading these comments, I'm all late. Yay, awesome. Oh, you drive up, that's awesome too. Yay. I actually do need to get myself to Atlanta, because that has been on the radar for a minute. So maybe I'll do both. I'll do something in North Carolina and then something in Atlanta. I'll do like a little East Coast down south tour / turn up. Oh my goodness. But like real talk. Because folks, like to think that just because you're not spiritual, just because you're spiritual, you can't like be out here shaking your ass. So I'm here to prove that wrong. The waters have for sure been flowing this weekend. I've been feeling through it. Beautiful. Yay. Stay in it. Okay. So that was a whole situation. But I hope you felt that and I hope you all received it. Okay. So astrology for, so FYI, obviously we had the new moon in Scorpio on last Monday. So we are in that fixed water cycle for the month. And we also just had the first quarter square moon on Monday, the 4th. Okay, so we're still in that process and we're leading into the full moon next week. But for today, there's no, it's all lunar transit, but the moon is actually in Pisces. Let's see. But tomorrow, of course, the 8th is when things are popping off. But they start popping off like first thing in the morning, like 9 o'clock here on the West Coast. So for me, with astrological transits, I usually feel the energy the day or so before. So I'm already today, like in that process of all white. I'm already in the process of commemorating, giving thanks, continuing to release all that stuff, right? Not waiting for tomorrow, but just, FYI. So tomorrow we have the sun sextiling Saturn. So the sun, of course, is in Scorpio, Saturn in Capricorn. That's happening at 9:06. So that transit will be occurring while we'll be doing the Instagram live with Roland. And then also at 9:56, so within that hour time, we'll have the sun trining Neptune. Okay, so it's going to be a powerful time. I don't know if that's a galactic activation portal day. I'll have to look it up. This past Saturday was. But anyway, and then later on in the day, we'll have Saturn then also sextile Neptune. So it's going to be a powerful day of working with this Neptune energy, which is the planetary representation of the divine love principle. This is also the collective waters. So there's a lot of opportunity here for healing, for release, but also communion with the divine and bringing in the new, letting the waters wash over you. So really powerful day, but heavy, Pisces energy. On Saturday, we do have Mercury sextiling Pluto. Okay, so there might be some important conversations that happen either with you in the spirit, you with like you and your spirit teams, you and God, or you with other people. It's to be seen, of course. Then on Sunday, we do have the moon shifting into Taurus, so that should start to feel really good by midday. On Monday is when we have Mercury eclipsing the sun. So this is called a occultation, I think it's what it is. So I won't be looking at the sun, but apparently like you'll be able to see little tiny Mercury going across the sun. So that's happening at 4:34 a.m. Pacific time. So that'd be 7:34. But technically the conjunction, in that morning with sun and Mercury. So that should be a powerful day. Lots of insights, right? And then on Tuesday is when we actually have the full moon in Taurus. And I believe, let me double check that degree so that you can see where that's going to be occurring in your own natal chart. That full moon in Taurus is at, we'll just say 20 degrees of Taurus. It's 19:52, so 19 degrees, 52 minutes, so we'll just say 20. So that's happening on Tuesday morning. So you'll most likely be feeling it Monday night. So I think like all of Monday leading into Tuesday is going to be pretty powerful. Also on Tuesday, we'll be having Mars sextiling Jupiter. Now this should be really interesting because Mars is in Libra, of course, and Jupiter is basically at this point at the galactic center. Jupiter is also out of its post-shadow period. So that I feel is going to be quite positive again for the release and breaking off of that which doesn't serve, because Tuesday is actually a Mars day, but Mars also rules the physical body. And we're going to have a full moon in Taurus. So I think it can give you the opportunity for really grounding in and integrating this powerful energy that's coming in from the galactic center by way of Jupiter. And then finally on Wednesday, we have Mercury basically doing the same dance that the sun just did on, the sun's going to be doing tomorrow, meaning it's going to be sextiling Saturn and then trining Neptune. Okay, so the sun's going to do that tomorrow to open up this activate, I guess, this water womb, this water kite in the sky. And then Mercury is going to come and book in that process on the 13th by going through those same transits. And so that's a good day to kind of check in, see what has occurred, write down you should be writing down everything that's happening anyway, but a good time for integration, because Mercury for me also is related to integration. All right. So powerful week, a lot of opportunity. I'm really excited. Stay in the light, respect the dark. Yeah. And the dark, meaning the dark womb, the dark feminine. Any questions so far? I know that was a lot. How's everybody feeling? Welcome to new folks who are coming in. Please subscribe to the channel. Please like the video. It helps to spread it through the YouTube ecosystem. Help me get to 1,000 subscribers. Hello, welcome first timer. Welcome, welcome. Yay. Well, I hope you are enjoying yourself. You're in for a treat. Let us know where you are joining in from and what you're sipping on. If you came in later, I'm sipping on a matcha latte. And of course I have water, so that's big. And yes, guys, drink a lot of water right now, because there is a lot being released, a lot that you might not even be aware of. Stay on top of your hydration. I say this to myself as well, because I've been slacking a bit, but I've been on my cycle. So yeah. So now I'm going to get into the color for the week that will support us through this energy gateway. I don't know yet who's wanting to speak. Let me actually get back to this time. I feel like it's going to be Venus, but we'll see. I'll pull. It definitely feels like it needs to be feminine energy. San Francisco. Oh, I think this is the first time I've had anyone coming in from San Fran. So that's awesome. Ooh, coffee. Yes. Are you a light roast, medium roast, or dark roast person? I am a dark roast person because black. And definitely Ethiopian-based coffee first and foremost, then Italian, because Italian is basically Ethiopian coffee, and then everything else. Not a fan of South American coffee because it tends to be more citrusy, and I like more of the chocolatey, nutty notes of the motherland. So yes, I am that. I am that bitch. I'm just, as I am with tea, I'm that way with coffee too. Depending on your mood, love all. I love Vietnamese coffee. I'm actually not a fan of Vietnamese coffee, but again, I think it's more so the nature of the land environment which is grown. Like if it's not prepared with, like, you know, heavy creamer and sweetener, the flavor just doesn't work for me. Coffee is really, it's very particular. That probably just means I don't like coffee in general unless it's that specific note, just because the complexity can get really bitter really quickly, which is probably why I prefer tea. You're understood. What's your, if you don't mind sharing, what's your ethnic background? Oh, goodness, y'all. We got indigo, improve your vision. So this is about to be, and gold underneath, y'all. It's going to be a day today. I already know. Get the notebook, get the journal. Oh, Filipino. Awesome. Family. Yes. Okay. Y'all ready? Do y'all feel this energy? I know it's not just me. I know it's not just me. Oh, you just got the monthly videos. Yay. Oh, goodness. Yes. Please do share your feedback. I do love to hear it and to see the insights people get. Because I'll share, adjustments and make adjustments as needed. So for instance, like, it is a lot of information. So what I did for the general message video was telling folks to, get through your first 4 signs first in the beginning of the month, because that's your foundation, and then go through the next 4 mid-month, and then, or the week after, and then the next 4 the week after, just to pace yourself, because it is a lot of information. It is a lot of downloads. At the very least, though, the energy transmission is off the charts. Okay, so indigo. All right, tune in. Tune into this color. This is number 40. So 4 is foundations, right? Groundedness, stability, trust, power. 0 is a portal number. This is source. But all that is. So a deep knowledge that you can rest and trust in all that is. Indigo is at that color of the spectrum. It goes to a really high frequency. It's not better or less than the infrared, though, because the infrared is at the other extreme, but that also goes to infinity. It's 2 different expressions of infinity. Okay, so improve your vision. So indigo helps with any illnesses affecting your head, eyes, ears, or nose. It also treats mental and emotional disorders such as ADD, anxiety, and depression. Using indigo for problems with insomnia, or use indigo for problems with insomnia and to release stress and tension. When visualized, indigo provides a sense of clarity and purpose. Visualize indigo rays to improve your vision and to make your dreams a reality. So indigo is basically like purple with like a little touch of blue, a little more touch of blue. Venus says, I feel the energy. Yay! On Tuesday, I accidentally hit my actual eye with the sleeve of my coat, causing pain in the whites of my eye to turn red. Oh no, I'm paying attention. Yikes. Well, yeah. Okay, so the exercise for this, so you can do this right now if you like. Focus on your eyes. Are they tired and heavy or light and relaxed? Imagine indigo light penetrating your eyes, finding any dark spots in your field of vision and dissipating them. Place your palms on your eyes and gently hold them there for a few minutes, allowing your eyes to relax completely. Visualize something in the future that you would like to create, then freeze it as if it were a beautiful painting. Now place it in an indigo bubble and allow it to float into the middle of the world, shining its light from there. Say, Divine Intelligence, please allow what I have seen in my vision to manifest in the perfect time and in the perfect way. I would modify this to be, instead of visualizing something in the future that you would like to create, ask God, ask your spirit, your soul, your higher self what it is for you to create from their perspective. More likely than not, though, again, this is relating back to what I was saying earlier, you're already in that process. Okay, like at this point, I doubt that there's really going to be anything new. There might be things that seem new that really are just like cycling back because the timing is good now for you to start working on them. But more likely than not, you already have gotten your assignments. So this can be a powerful exercise to bring those assignments back into the forefront, checking in again with spirit, with God first, right? Christ self first. That this, of course, is still relevant, that you are still, maintaining the path and growing as you need to, and doing that exercise from there, as opposed to you projecting from your mind something that you've created. That projection piece was coming up in the Gemini video for sure. And I am going to read, I'm going to read the other one too. At the bottom of the deck, this gold card, number 21, which of course in a tarot, 21 is the world card, the universe card, the closing of the cycles. But this would also talk about the Christ itself, the crystalline consciousness. This is the frequency of the divine human in form. This is how it resonates. This is how it shows up. So on your ascension path, this will show up in your field, this gold color. And then when you start going past that, then it will just be pure embodiment of the divine, which is the white. But there's also, the white has all the colors in it, right? All right, so this says gold provides clarity in decision-making, attracting abundance, expanding awareness, and clearing the path to wisdom, knowledge, and joy. Strengthen all fields of the body and spirit with gold, the strongest color for healing all illness, but use it wisely. Interesting. To attract abundance, focus on activating golden energy in the palms of your hands. And then the exercise says, hold a gold coin in each of your palms and focus on the gratitude for the abundance you already have. Close your eyes and bless the coins, imagining them multiplying into a mountain of abundance. Activate the golden energy in your palms by sending golden light into them. When your hands begin to tingle, you'll know that, where appropriate, everything you touch can now turn to gold. Say, Divine Spirit, open the well of abundance in my heart and attract continuous blessings in my life. I like that redirection, the abundance in the heart, so that you can actually receive what you're asking for. And that's a message that's been coming through. The universe is always wanting to give you what you want, but more often than not, you are not receiving it because of shame or guilt. So sit with that. Underneath this gold card, there's two other cards I want to mention. So this is going to be basically you're going to walk with the indigo, right? But these three colors that are here on the bottom of the deck are important. So this is for you. So the next one is black. Find richness from the dark night, number 28. This color on this card feels so good when I tap into this, because this is that womb, the dark feminine, the mother God principle, the great field from which the light of God emerges. Divine mind, Father God emerges. This is restorative to me, but we'll see what other messages come through from this. Okay. Black is a color of protection, strength, and retreat, a gateway to new experiences and a test of strength and resolve. Many people experience the dark night of the soul in order to gain wisdom and emerge for the better on the other side. Black dissolves the old so you can welcome the new. Isn't that what we're doing? Receive divine wisdom and the gifts that have been buried deep inside you with the help of the black ray. I'm going to say that again. Receive divine wisdom and the gifts that have been buried deep inside you with the help of the black ray. So that gentle, purposeful bubbling up from the surface in the subconscious or the unconscious blocks that we might not have known that are coming up, that is releasing you from that which is blocking you from receiving more and more nourishment and communion with God, period, point blank, as well as opening the waters and the flow so that you can also experience your true nature as an embodiment of the Christ, of the Buddha in the physical, as well as experiencing this joy and truth and abundance, etc., in the physical. So, and I love that this was actually underneath the gold. So you're already getting the gold, but there's also more that the black is opening up for you to have more of this. So the black is already in play right now. Continue to make use of it at the very least through the Scorpio season, but I would say through the entire autumn season. And if you really, really want to go there, through the entire winter season, because winter is the deep black, right? The activity on this says, at some point in life, everybody experiences a dark night of the soul. Give yourself permission to connect to the black ray so it can guide you to the gifts which lie in the shadow. Visualize yourself in darkness and ask for divine wisdom to show you what you need to learn from the shadow. Receive its gifts to strengthen your faith. Say, Divine Spirit, infuse me with the strength, wisdom, and courage to connect to and learn from the shadow aspect of myself. Now, personally, I don't really like the shadow aspect nature. I think it's just like the wound. Because this idea of like polarity is not the thing. That's actually what we're dissolving. All right, and last but certainly not least, the color that's underneath the black is sapphire. So the black was card number 28, which breaks down to a 10. Sapphire is 38, which breaks down to 11. Regenerate your body. This to me is the color of the divine feminine, the mother god principle. It's this pure blue color. The gold is the father god principle to me, that pure gold color, or the white. So truly, this order is, real talk how it goes. Out of the great deep black, out of the womb of potentiality, of what we refer to as that which has no name, or the no thingness, is birth. Consciousness is birthed Father God and all of the sons of God, all of these stars here. And everything is perfection. Everything is whole and healed. So this black energy is a portal to access this rejuvenation and to remember your true nature. This is the foundation you stand on. Okay, so let me read the sapphire. Regenerate your body. Sapphire heals, purifies, and regenerates your body. It also has the ability to soothe your mind, calm your nerves, and release emotional pain. As a nourishing color, sapphire dissolves disharmony and clears the blocked pathways to well-being, clearing your mind, emotionally, balancing your emotions, and creating order in your life. Experiment with sapphire light to regenerate your body and bring back a sense of harmony. This color is the color that has been coming through now that I think about it, as it relates to this water trine, this water triangle that's going on in the sky, is this womb, this color. It's a sapphire color. And there's different variations of blue, blue or black. You know, it might be like an aquamarine color or black, or, you know, staying with the sapphire. It runs the gamut for the different regions of Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. But energetically, this is what I pick up. Okay, and this is the deep waters, so to speak. The exercise for this, regeneration, breathe in healing sapphire light and allow yourself to focus on increasing your well-being. Rub your hands together, then place them next to each other. Imagine that in each palm you are holding a sphere of sapphire energy. Allow yourself to feel these powerful spheres of energy and play with them, increasing their size and strength. Now put your hands on the part of your body that needs regeneration. So those are additional energies that you can, and I would suggest strongly should work with throughout this month. But predominantly this indigo, higher mind, and your Christ nature, the Christ embodiment with this gold energy, first and foremost for this week ahead, okay? 30%, remember, working with, that death energy, so consciously engaging with release, but 70% leaning into the new. So what I'm gonna do actually, just because there was so much of that, I'm gonna go to the Ascension cards and see what message we have from the higher realms. Because this might be an Andromedan thing. It's gonna be some kind of star family, I feel like, or maybe Isis, but how's everyone feeling? Any questions or comments about that so far? Welcome to new folks coming in. Please subscribe to the channel. Please like the video. And also share where you are watching in from. I was about to say calling in from, but what part of the world you are tuning in from would probably be better. And what, if anything, you are drinking. Tea, coffee, water. Yay, feeling amazing. I am picking up, you do have some earth dragon energy that walks with you. So this seems to be something related to your lineage. So if you've been working with, you know, any particular members of, as I like to call them, God families, associated with your people, with your land, they're here. And if you haven't, reach out for them or learn more about them, and because they definitely want to communicate. That message is for Joe Manuel. Like, it's like front and center. Is there any I'm not familiar with the Filipino God families, and many, honestly, I'm not familiar with most, if or any of the Southeast Asian families to point you in a direction. I don't have a personal resonance, but I should actually at least do a little research so I have more information. Awesome. Is that resonating? Has some kind of dragon energy shown up for you, or something that automatically comes to mind? Because it's just sitting here looking me in the face. I'm like, like I'm here. It's a lighter colored dragon. It almost looks like a Chinese dragon, but it's only a reference that I have. But it's, you know, obviously all the families are related. Or you're familiar, maybe not dragon. Oh, this is definitely dragon then. So do you have other ethnic connections in your lineage that you know of? Because it's definitely a dragon that's coming through. Oh, nice. Neptune came through. I figured. I was actually wondering if that was going to be Neptune. Valerian is underneath. Athena's underneath. Okay. All right, so yeah, I did have a feeling Neptune was going to come through. I was like, it's either Venus or possibly Neptune. We did actually have a message from Neptune. Was it the last time I was on here or the time before? It was a Neptune message, so it's going to be another one. But Neptune basically is the one that is, I would say, in charge of this water womb, if you will. We'll do more research as well. Yes, some Chinese. Okay, that's what it is. Because I'm like, if there's not a dragon for that pops up somewhere with the Filipino god families, it's definitely Chinese. Because it's, I mean, I was trying to be respectful, but it looks like what I would normally recognize as a Chinese dragon. But because I don't have a frame of reference for the other Southeast Asian cultures, I didn't want to assume that it was the same, because obviously everyone is different. So, but yeah, it's a Chinese one for sure then, which is interesting that somebody in there is popping up. Which side of the family is this? Oh, it's probably, I mean, it's probably only popping up just because it's something that I would be able to reference. I don't have Chinese, but I have Indian. So the communication is closer there. What side of that family is it for you, Joe Manuel? I'm gonna read this card in the meantime. So Neptune, number 19, which reduces to a 10. Neptune, the planet of higher spirituality. And the wisdom of Atlantis and Lemuria is held within its ascended aspect. You are blessed, for you only receive this card when you are ready to receive their information. This looks like it's, well, we'll see. It's leaning more towards Lemuria because that's more, it's leaning more towards Lemuria, land of Mu. Your guidance is to tune into your Earth Star chakra, then connect with Neptune, the cosmic Earth Star chakra. So this meaning the heart of Gaia, which is the portal for divine love for this planet. Neptune holds the bigger octave for the solar system. Jupiter is an integration planet, in addition with Saturn for both the divine love and the divine mind. So it's a really nice mix because Jupiter is back in Sag, working with the divine mind principle, but also Sag is that integrated principle as well. Neptune over in Pisces, which is the birthing place from which Pisces representing the divine waters itself, right? Or the divine potential from which is birth, the light, or the Aries energy, which starts to cycle over. So it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Okay, so Archangel Sandalphon oversees the center. He nourishes your divine potential and will help you download the spiritual light you are waiting for. So this color is more that aquamarine color, or turquoise, light turquoise color, but really more aquamarine. So it's like, kind of like this, but like pale like this, but turquoise. A little bit more to that scale. This will expand your consciousness and greatly assist your ascension journey. In affirmation, I tune to the wisdom of Atlantis and Lemuria held in Neptune. Okay, so it's the father side. All right, let me just get a quick message because dragon energy doesn't show up often. So when it does, I definitely want to give it respect and gratitude for and commemoration for coming through and speaking through. If the energy feels happy, it might just be a situation where it's just letting you know it's there and helping you to ground in your roots, especially if maybe the relationship with the father aspect or the paternal lineage is strained. This is a supportive, protective, joyous energy here that's presenting. I don't know. I'm not familiar with different Chinese god families because, again, so many cultures within what we call China. So it doesn't feel Tibet, though it's definitely Chinese. Okay. Messages, Richard Manuel. Oh, Six of Cups. It's literally Scorpio. So yeah, this is the balance of both the masculine and the feminine, which could also be talking about the maternal and paternal lineages. The central column of water here is the integrated aspects, and both of these sides pouring into and creating this, right? Bottom of the deck, we have 10 of Swords. So this is completion energy, but this is also Father God energy because it's divine consciousness. So if you have been working on healing core root things within the ancestry, I would say this is actually a success. that is the case, and you can continue celebrating and commemorating that. And reaching back and receiving the positive on both sides, okay? Because all that's in the past is not bad. There's also good. There's poison as well as power. So get the power. I'd rather not say you earned it, but you know, you've earned it. It has this connotation of, you know, I'll leave it alone. Yeah, if there has been distortion further down the lineage on the father's side, don't let that distortion keep you from your blessings and from the roots of your power. All you have to do is say you receive it and actively engage in it for that to be the dominant stream that comes through, and to push the distorted stream off to the side. You can command that. Because he's there. And that dragon is given permission for it. It's very clear. Like whatever that was an issue. Known or unknown, okay? Because you might not even been actively engaging with this. Regardless, it's been broken off. So you have achieved access, whether you've been trying to or not, to your roots, the power that's there. So give thanks for that. Hold space for that on your ancestor altar as well too. For those positive, powerful parts of the lineage. And that's where that 70% goes. So you can still be praying for, you know, the healing of the family and the lineages and all that kind of stuff. That's 30%. 70% though, start leaning into this, okay? That was an important message for you. That normally doesn't happen for the things to get put on hold, but like I said, it's not a small thing for dragon energy to show up. So you sit with a lot of power. You are an Earth ambassador. Which means you're going to be waking up to your power. If you haven't already been conscious of it, or if you're conscious of it, you'll be stepping into more and more of it and more responsibility. Yeah, King of Swords. Two of Cups, yeah. This is a reclamation of an integration of your higher self, your higher power. For real. That's awesome. I'm not with him, my dad, right now, but we'll be going home in December, talking to him more frequently now. Makes sense. Thanks so much. You're welcome. Yeah, but whatever you can learn about the spiritual teachings and lineages, the more esoteric, shaman, indigenous, you know, get that info as best as you can, because it's there. There's definitely some beautiful activations opening up for you, for sure. Okay. Is that it? I feel like I'm about to be giving you some assignments, Missy. I wasn't expecting that. But obviously you got called here for a reason. One moment, you guys. It's a quick check-in about your higher trajectory path. Ah. Yeah, you do have some high spiritual knowledge and soul power and access. So again, if you're not already aware of this, you will become aware of it. If you are, it's definitely time to be stepping into more of your power, and that's a lot of what this upcoming year is going to be about for you, i.e. the Jupiter through Capricorn transit. So that might be as simple as truly reconnecting with these roots and integrating that knowledge and starting to ground that in and lead with more of that in your life. Opening, waking up to that, or like I said, furthering that if you've already been in process. But yeah, this deeper wisdom, this shaman, medicine woman, high priestess, high priest, whatever terminology, like, just person of God. I'll leave it at that. Connected to the heavens, connected to the spirit realm, working on behalf of the earth is there. So it's a return, but it's not a repeating of what was, because creation is always about the new, that it's being birthed. Okay, so even if there is a taking up of what has occurred before, there is still new that's going to come in. So a lot of that revelation actually may be happening this month specifically, possibly during this week coming up. At the very latest. Okay, so 3 time periods when you might get some downloads this week that we're just talking about right now. 19th, 20th, and 21st. And then end of the month, the last day or so, 29th, 28th, 29th, and 30th. Those are going to be the personal insights. And then the shifting in the physical form is going to start happening more actively starting in December, because December 2nd is when Jupiter moves in, and that's going to be in play through the next year. Okay. All right, that's it. Yeah. Cool. Alrighty, how's everybody doing? Let's get into the actual channel message for the collective. So for everybody here, if you already know or have a sense of what that 30% is for you, go ahead and type that into the chat box. And put that offering up to Neptune, divine love, the Holy Spirit, God, angelic realm, everything, to acknowledge that, this work is being done, express gratitude, also where you are doing work, and to continue to concentrate the energy and focus there, as well as any other areas in your life that are available for this death and dying and transformation, clearing the way process. But then also, once you get that 30% out, type in what the 70% is, that which you know is part of this new soul path, this new section of your incarnation over the coming years. Type that in as well. And give gratitude, commemoration, and thanks for those assignments, and the amplification of excuse me, the stepping into that more and more. Leaning into the sweetness of life. And there should be more that shows up with the 70% that you're typing versus the 30. Now, for those of you who are watching the recording of this, if you're not watching live, participate in this as well, because this channel message and this field is being held by the divine. Like, it's not me, right? So when these messages come through, when these asks come through, if you want to actually be able to take advantage of the energy, even more so, because again, it's already happening, but if you want to consciously engage and amplify the process in your life, still participate. Even if you're watching on the recording, type in the comments what your 30% is and what the 70% is, and let the divine work on that. Because things also move at lightning speed as well too, once it's brought from the subconscious to the conscious mind. It's a different level of integration and activation and power that is accessed when things are brought out of the shadows. Yay! Overflow. Humbled, honored, and grateful. Thank you, Jeanette. Oh, you're welcome. I mean, I'm humbled, honored, and grateful for this visitation from the dragon family. It's always a joy and a pleasure. Dragon energy to me is those are the daughters, sons and daughters of the mother god principle. So the energy is really yummy to me. I always love it. So I'm grateful for that visitation from your family, from your kin in the spirit. Oh, I'm hearing this actually may be a companion. Okay. So let me tune in. Or Neptune. Sandalphon now? Let's see, it actually might be a different energy. 1 second. One second. This may be actually a different transmission today, different beings. One of my aspects. I'm just confirming. All right, I think I'm bringing through my Cassiopeian aspect. Which is fine. Okay. Are y'all feeling this this quality of the energy that's coming through? Oh, and thank you, Charisse, for sharing your 30 and your 70. Yeah, this feels like it's going to be Cassiopeia today, which is interesting. I haven't actually channeled from this energy before, but it's really yummy. Really yummy. Okay. I wonder what this message is going to be. Yeah, you feel the shift overflow? Are you picking up any colors? That's definitely a change. This is actually really nice energy. So yeah, this is going to be coming through for one of my higher aspects. So I'm adjusting my field and my aura. No colors that you feel in your whole body. Nice. Anybody else picking up any colors or sounds or geometries? Oh, 1 second. I'm being instructed to get my selenite wand, which means I need to raise my energy more. 1 second. Well, actually keep the energy pure is the thing. Okay. I had to, I was instructed to light some incense. I put on some lavender and some rose. This is an interesting energy to be in because it's like I'm sitting as this higher aspect. So, as well as, myself, obviously, because I'm here. But it's like being both daughter and mother at the same time is what it's feeling like. And it's definitely a thing about presenting myself a certain way. Like as if you're really in the presence of, for lack of a better word, in all honesty, of royalty. But that's not really quite what it is. Yeah, it's just not an energy that you come to willy-nilly. Not that there's actually any judgment from that side of things, but it's like there's a purification and a beautification. A resonance and a grace that you have to lead with. To more accurately represent what this is and what's coming through. So this is a message for me that I'm relaying. And again, it's not an admonishment or a judgment. It's just, this is a different energy. It sits in its own, right? And so for the most effective syncing up of that energy, a certain kind of effort and alignment has to be in play. Okay, this is feeling more grounded now. Get some water. Thank you for those who saw that message or that comment and didn't engage. For those who are newer to me, that's a big thing for me, is to not feed the dark energy, because literally that's what it is that comes through. It just gets deleted. So I do hold sacred space. So you don't need to worry yourself about anything that shows up. Just, it's going to get taken care of. You don't have to be used as fuel for that which is not reality. All right. All right, how's everybody doing? Okay, so this is going to be coming through this portal of the Hermit, which is Virgo energy. Virgo has actually been on my mind recently. That constellation, the bottom of the deck. So Virgo is opposite Pisces, right? Both of those signs are associated archetypally with a purification process. So the Hermit or Virgo is about the purification of the self to become the conscious embodiment of the divine in form. Pisces is, the dissolving into divine, or the divine itself, or the greater purification process on a bigger collective level. This is more, individualized, right? But it's the same processes, just different scales. But also Virgo is about the movement up. So the 9 energy, literally the 9 energy. That Pisces is the movement, is also can be the movement down, or the birthing of something out of nothing. So the 6 energy. Temperance on the bottom. So this actually includes the Virgo principle. So this is the crested human in form. So this is card number 14. So this comes after 13 and 12. So 12 is the Hanged Man, which is the submission to the divine. That's the Neptune card, which rules over Pisces, right? 13 is the Death card, which is like the little transformation and the opening of the portal of pure source and pure source like consciousness to emerge. And then this is the activated human or the Christed embodied being or the angel in human form. Okay. And there's levels and levels of this embodiment, activation, integration. But this is the Christ consciousness. This is the angel walking the earth. Okay. It's not some up there idea. It is you. It is us. So this, of course, Temperance card is Sagittarius. So this really interesting T-square between Pisces, Virgo, and Sagittarius, which is where the galactic center is. Now, the Cassiopeia energy is in the vicinity of the region of space, basically around Aquarius and Pisces. So this is to us in regards to our purification process. I don't remember. Isn't there a black hole that was recently discovered in that region of space by Virgo? Beyond that, though, the star Regulus, which is considered like the heart of the lion, Leo, is actually now at 0 degrees Virgo. Okay, just because of the movement of the fixed stars, or what we refer to as the fixed stars, they actually move a certain degrees. So now it's actually at 0 degrees Virgo. It's no longer in the Leo constellation, but it's still that heart energy. So there is a deposit from, if you can see like this huge light, this is for me, this is giving me galactic center vibes coming through Sagittarius, right? Being modified and stepped down through the Neptune portal, which is in Pisces. So Cassiopeia back there getting in. So a deposit from that region of space, from Mother, to the purification of the individual human on its ascension path. The hermit is the one who is choosing to go on the journey to become the walking Buddha, the Christ embodied. This person, the hermit, transforms into this earth angel. Okay, so clothed in white with the gold of the divine mind, permeating their thoughts with a clear heart. You see that triangle there? Clear heart. But the wisdom and knowledge of the material world to make use of that energy. When you see red, that's talking about material knowledge and experience. So what's coming through from the galactic center, you know, that's, I refer to that as the mother, but you know, the mother, father, God principle, because we have both the black hole and the great central sun in this vicinity. Okay. But in general, I'm getting more of the divine consciousness or new through from here, right? This new heart energy being described more from this Pisces aspect or energy, and being channeled through my higher dimensional Cassiopeian being. So let's see in general what this is about first. 9 of Cups. This is Mars in Pisces. Mars, again, the physicalization of the divine in form, divine love in form. And you see similar energy here, person clothed in white, and there's a little bit of red of divine knowledge. This came through, remember, in the Pisces video for October. So we've been in this, yeah? Welcome, welcome. Yes, rewatch, it's been yummy. I'm only just now starting on the channel message. We're like, you know, almost 2 hours in, hour and 45 minutes in. Okay, so this is about that process that has been talked about since the October messages. Okay, and our focus, the Ace of Cups, the new heart, receiving that nourishment. And I'm hearing you can actually connect to this Cassiopeian energy if you want a greater clarification of what this new heart feels like, or what this new energy is, and that is streaming in, that we have more conscious access to. Because obviously the energy is always there, but it's getting amplified with the placements. What the greater collective is doing at an oversoul level is, or what's being done on behalf of the collective, is the Judgment card. So this is resurrection of reality. Okay, so coming out of the dark, and when you see nudity in the cards, this is about your true nature. And this is answering the call. This is Archangel Gabriel here. So there is a continual call to open up to this new heart that's happening collectively. Everyone's getting it. No one gets left out. 6 of Swords is the embodiment. So the leaving from these choppy waters into smoother waters. So this distorted energy into this calm lake, right? And you're being taken on the journey. It's also connection to higher consciousness. Heart of the matter, we have the Cancer principle. So this is the North Node, the balancing of the perceived polarities, or this idea of separation and the integration of them. But really what I'm hearing is that this isn't about the polarities. This is about the divine what we might call the Mother, Father, God principle, or the divine love. So the black energy, which is the great field from which all is birthed, and the white energy, which is the consciousness that is birthed from that, or the divine consciousness, divine mind principle. This is actually what makes up your soul. The chariot Cancer is the individual soul. The formless giving birth to the form. Okay. This is being clarified by the Nine of Swords. So another 9, this is another Mars energy as well too. Okay, so this is actively happening. A lot of this is happening in a way that we don't actually know or understand. Like the divine is already doing a lot. A lot is happening, of course, in dream time. So, you know, I'm sure most of you already know, like there's just been a lot happening in dream time. But it's a lot. So, you know, just deal with the 30% that arises in consciousness, or that you know you have to work on, and know that there is so much more that the divine is doing on all of our behalves. Okay, so a lot of this unconscious, which is what Pisces represents as the collective unconscious, is being cleared and transmuted with this process. This message is sent from the Scorpio principle, King of Cups of Scorpio. Or it's being grounded here. So, you know, we have Pisces energies that's shown up here, Cancer, and now Scorpio. But ultimately, it's just about this. And this is a Mercury energy, Mercury in a water sign, which is what's happening right now. But connect into this higher love, this new heart. So let's see for this week ahead, but specifically I'm getting told starting with the 8th, which is tomorrow through the 13th, this gateway. Wow, okay. 3 of Swords. Excuse me, 3 of Wands. This is Mars in Aries. This is the new. This is the new heart, the new, the high heart, the integrated heart. But this is also shifting into new territory. So you can see this person, you know, their cloak is red. So there's wisdom and knowledge of the past, but their clothing, what it looks like underneath, their back is turned to us, but their clothing is in that blue color. And you see there's actually this greenish, but I'm actually hearing turquoise with this color that's there. Now, as I look at this card, originally it looked like a black and white, but it's actually black in yellow. But the white and yellow to me represent consciousness. So this person is working with both energies, yeah. So this is what is opening up for us, new territory, basically. The back is to the past. Now, to most appropriately take advantage of this is the 7 of Pentacles, which is, you know, my assessment card. This is a card of harvest, so being grateful again for what you have, what has brought you to this point, lessons learned, all that stuff. And then making small adjustments moving forward. Okay, this isn't a card about throwing everything out. For me, it's not really an energy about throwing everything out and starting over. It's about making minor tweaks and adjustments, because at this point, once you hit the 7, you are at a place of mastery. Everything else after this, the 8, 9, and 10, already includes the abundance, includes the harvest. It's just greater and greater levels of abundance and achievement with that. Okay. So that message is staying consistent, which is nice. So just keep doing that. What I say. And then this is also a 7. So pay attention to 70% of your attention going to, okay, what's working? Focus on what's working. What's not working is going to get healed and get cleared. That's the other 3. There's going to be a new 3, a new 30% that's going to come in. Your 3, right, is being prepared for you in the spirit. So the wands and the swords of spirit. So maintain mastery over the 70%. While the old 30 gets cleared. You see, like, not everything in here is green, so that's the stuff that's dying. So you want to let that die, because there's a new batch coming in to make this a 10 of Pentacles. And literally in the center, or the protective, what the divine is basically promising, is the 10. Okay. All you have to do is do this. Now, it's interesting, the past energy is a 10 of Cups, because this is also Pisces energy, and this is confirming to me that, again, this connection with God, with the soul, with the higher self, whatever you want to reference this as, has already concurred, and it is the foundation upon which your life is now moving forward. This is a conscientious communion that's been engaged in. Beautiful. Okay, so we're sitting in this energy here of the Strength card. So this is literally the heart, the high heart. Again, this is where that star Regulus is, which is basically right at 0 degrees Virgo. It's a very special portal. That 0 degrees Virgo would be obviously opposite to the 0 degrees Pisces, so that border between Pisces and Aquarius, which is where that Cassiopeia energy is. So we are looking back, or looking across from the sky, to our mother, or one of our mothers. And this is going to actually help create the new earth. The high priest energy is Taurus. New paths forward. I am getting another sense of royalty with this as well, too. It's like there's this reclamation of sovereignty and ruling from a much more heart-centered and divine-centered space. without getting drunk on separation. It's rulership that's grounded in, oh, that's interesting. I just noticed there's a W up here, and the W is kind of what the Cassiopeia constellation looks like. So, I mean, truly, Divine Mother Principle and the Gold Crown Divine Father Principle. And again, the black and white checkers on the bottom, the floor, which is the boundary in which this person sits, just an understanding. Oh, side note too, this this mudra definitely can help if you need additional support with grounding these higher energies, okay? I forgot what this one is called. I'll ask Roland again on Friday if I remember. This isn't being shown exactly on the picture because they're not trying to give all the wisdom, but for my yogi scientists, my scientists of the East, as I like to call them, the pinky is earth energy, the ring finger is heart, and then the thumb is spirit. So this is helping to ground the energy here in the integration process. This finger is air, and middle is fire, okay? So divine father or divine consciousness principle being integrated and united and aligned. Divine, I mean, basically the sign from from Spock. Divine feminine with the water and earth energy here, okay? So this is balance and integration for both, or the integrated aspect of both, activation of both. When you're needing to ground the energy and really get the support the DNA activations, if you will, this is helpful, okay? It's also protective because this is the masculine and the feminine is being protected by the spirit. Anyway, Roland be dropping knowledge. Where was I going? Yeah, so better rulership, more responsibility. So this is bringing me back to the correction or adjustment that I was needing to make to connect with my Cassiopeian higher aspect, right? Because the way that energy would manage its affairs and whatever else it governs is going to come from a very different place than just, again, making decisions willy-nilly and all of that. There's care and consideration, but beauty and grace. Nothing is heavy about this, but it's also sitting very firmly in its power. So there is something here about maybe if there is a tough time that folks are having with this, whether consciously or unconsciously, with their power and the use of their power, it's because there was abuse of the power in the past, meaning there wasn't enough connection to the heart. It was all about the manipulation of the manipulation of what is in order to create what it is that you want. So more so from an ego place as opposed to from a God place, right? That's the negative aspect of the magician energy, that manipulation energy. So it's the downside of the creator incarnate consciousness. And that's what I'm picking up with this energy in the deep past, is that this was more so happening. But now that this heart work is activated and being leaned into, there's a different kind of rulership that can come through because we are already crowned and sovereign. Got the Ace of Swords here. It's already there. So it just has to be lived out. Hello, hello, welcome. Center of the reading, we have the Four of Pentacles. So again, this rulership. So this is about opening the heart. This person is closed off. This is very different energy, right? So where this process is being unlocked. This block is being unlocked. And then the positive aspect, the power, and again, the rulership in the material world is what is available to present in an embodied fashion and in a balanced fashion. And I'm getting that this activation and renewal of the new heart, so to speak, is basically going to be in play or completed for this round, if you will. With that winter solstice when the sun moves into Capricorn. And probably actually during the entire sun through Capricorn transit is when that really kind of comes online. So that would be the beginning stages. And of course, a couple days later, we do have that new moon in Capricorn happening on Christmas Day. And then, mid-January, we have the full moon lunar eclipse in Cancer, which is also going to be closing out this 6-month cycle of that heart energy. So that might be another activation point if you don't feel it in the beginning, so to speak, of the Capricorn season. That eclipse is also when we're going to have a conjunction with Jupiter. No, Jupiter is not conjuncting. Why do I always forget this? Is it Saturn and Pluto conjuncting? It's Saturn and Pluto conjuncting. But Jupiter is doing something. Oh, Jupiter is going to be trining Uranus, if I remember correctly. There's something with Jupiter during this time. Uranus is going direct basically on the same day, the 11th. I think the eclipse is on the 10th. But there is something with Jupiter that month, and I cannot remember for the life of me. Because technically that trine should actually be happening the trine between Jupiter and Uranus should actually be happening in December. Because it's only going to be in the beginning degrees. When is that trine happening? Yeah, that trine is happening in the middle of December between Jupiter and Uranus. So I don't know where my mind is. Oh, you know what? It is going to be Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto. All right, basically, listen. From mid-December on, let me just put it that way, because like I'm looking at the degrees and it's just like the energy is just like everything's within 1 or 2 degrees of the conjunction this whole time. So like basically mid-December through, I would say honestly, end of January, we're in the energy, the embodiment phase. So welcome. We did the divine mind thing. Now we're in the divine heart thing. So we basically got this month with a little extra time, and then it's the Christic embodiment, the Buddhic embodiment. That's how we're entering into the year. So next year is going to be really interesting in a beautiful way. For those that haven't been doing their work, then that's where all the chaos is going to come from, right? But most people honestly have been doing their work. So it's going to be a beautiful thing. But it will continue to require a lot of mastery. February most likely will give us a little bit of a break or a little chance to coast. I think January itself is just going to be tough because it's Capricorn. So, you know, it is what it is. But March is when I think we'll really start to get a sense of like what the new world, quote unquote, is going to start looking like for us for this next big stage of our individual and collective evolution, i.e. for the next 30 years. It's going to start becoming more apparent at that point. We'll get a taste of it because, again, Saturn doesn't move into Aquarius technically until the end. That doesn't start that cycle technically until the end of next year. But yeah, keep choosing the higher trajectory path. I haven't seen the Wing Moon in so long. I love this. I need to actually get the new one because this one, if I remember correctly, is because they go based off of the tarot. So 19 is the Sun card. So this one was called Fanning the Flame. So next year, of course, the 20 would be the Judgment card. I don't remember what the image was on that, but it should also be something fire related because that is the fire energy, which would be dope. And then, of course, 2021 will be the World card of the Earth card. So yeah, but I really love them. So support them. Will the full moon in Taurus bring anything if you spoke about it already? Yeah, go back and watch. Yeah. Yes, all of that, which is why this video was as long as it was. It's just there was so much to cover. Okay, let me see if there's any other messages here, and then I'm going to get closing guidance. So just keep on keeping on. I'm hearing just maintain, like you're doing good. When I say you, I mean us, right? You're doing good. But now the percentages have shifted to 70% leaning into the new and what's available, what you're creating, where spirit is leading you, 30% on what's leaving, okay? Embrace the death and dying process. Give thanks for it. But 30% is just a little bit. So just, do that little 30%, get it out the way for the day. And think about, what that may be on a day-to-day basis. You don't have to like try to knock out all of it in one day. I mean, it's not practical anyway. But yeah, keep leaning into that 70 because the way is being made. The new 30 to replace the 30 that's being released is being created right now. And that's part of what is opening up in your heart space, okay? Because that's where the deposit sits. So they stay in the spirit and they come and they sit in the heart, which is the fuel center, or the high heart rather, for physical manifestation. And this is physical, okay? Because spirit is wanting you to focus on the 7 of Pentacles, and it is making way for you of the 10 of Pentacles. So this is practical in addition to the spirit. Remember, the earth energy includes everything else. So the spirit, the mind, and the emotion is already part of this. So this is not, martyrdom and spiritual bypassing in any way, shape, or form. This is about practical ramifications in your life. The 10 of Pentacles is the ultimate. This is the embodiment. Okay. So the seeds are being planted in the spirit. So make room with the clearing, but also with the expectation and the celebrating in advance of what's ahead. And it's going to take its own time, right? Because this is 3 of Wand. So this is spirit energy that has to step down into Three of Pentacles. So take your time. You're not being rushed in any way, shape, or form in this process. If you feel rushed, that's how you know that's your ego coming in. The spirit is not gonna rush you through something. I wish I'd been here earlier. Oh. Thank God for technology. It recorded it, so we're good. All right, I'm going to close because I have burned through my food and my body is like, I'm not tired, but my body's like, you need to, you need to shift. So let's close. Saying thank you to this higher aspect. It's bringing back to my attention that indigo color. Okay. Improve your vision. Use that exercise that was given first and foremost, because that is going to help be a removal of obstacles from right seeing and right feeling. Right meaning divine, not in terms of right and wrong. Oh, closing message. 10 of Pentacles with the moon here. And this, of course, is full moon energy. So that is what's coming up. But the moon also represents the unconscious realms and things coming up from the unconscious into the physical. So I know this is like a lobster or something, but think of this as the crab, like a new crab being Cancer. So the new soul arising or new soul path arising. So it's still in process. Still in process. But this moon energy is the great deep black. So remember, we're sitting in, I mean, this is message for the upcoming week, but we're still sitting in this for the month, for the autumn season, and honestly, through the rest of winter. But I think we'll start really kind of picking up out of this once we get into February, this Chinese New Year. And then March, of course, is spring equinox. I'm excited. Let yourselves be happy. Again, the question was, how happy can you be? I keep being given the word joy. Joy, joy, joy. Six of Cups, Nine of Cups. Individual soul, personal healing, deep, deep root healing. Three of Cups, joy, celebration, having fun. So it's a personal, do the personal time thing, but also make sure you have fun during this time as well. And 10 of Cups on the bottom. Again, this 10 energy, the soul is here, spirit is here, walking with you. Oh, right under the 10 of Cups is the Fool. Yeah, lightheartedness. All right, so take it easy. Don't take yourselves too seriously, guys. Okay. Like, know and understand that a lot of the burdens, if not all, have been released. So come into this weekend, this water kite configuration of the 8th to the 13th, celebrating the lights, the new that has opened up. Celebrate the lightness of being, tap into and feel into how light you feel now, how much more free you feel now. You might be surprised when you actually shift your focus there to see and feel how much has actually opened up, right? Okay. Any closing questions, comments, concerns? Not personal questions, because I'm going to bounce, but any general questions? Felt that today, simply amazing how this resonates. You're welcome. Queen of Cups, Cancer. Yep. And Taurus, High Priest. Heart, divine feminine. Sit in that energy. This message, well received. Yes, love it. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. All right. So please, if you are thinking about joining the incubator, go ahead and fill out the very short and simple application on the website. Just collecting the applications and things. First payment is not due until December 14th. But yeah, I would love to see you in class, especially because it's going to be, like I said at the beginning, with all this incredible energy. And I think it's going to be a unique time. Just based off the astrology, it's going to be such a unique time. And there's going to be a nodal transit in the middle of all of that. Listen, it's going to be magical. So get on the magic. come and join. And join in the magic with everybody else as well, too, because, it's always a magical group of people who join in. And I tell folks this and they don't believe it, I think, initially until they get in, but it is a soul family reunion. So if you want to connect with people who are in your soul family, okay, applying and joining and participating actually is putting a call out to others in the soul family to join you for the reconnection. Okay, so your presence, you're saying yes to the process even before the first classes happen is calling the rest of the soul family. Okay, and that resonance aspect of tone to tone, frequency to frequency, sound to sound, light to light, vibration to vibration was coming through with the Aquarius message from October. So know that you're not just joining willy-nilly and we'll see who's there. Know that you're reuniting not only with me, because I'm soul family. If you've come to me this is reuniting, right? But I'm big sister, if you will, but you're reuniting with the rest of your soul family. So yeah. Okay. You're welcome, Joe Manuel. Awesomeness, thank you, sending you love. Thank you. Received. I've been feeling that a lot lately, meeting people that feel very different, very much in frequency. Yes, receive it. That's going to listen. Once this, whatever your individual next stage of ascension, because everybody is in an ascension path. So it's just a matter of which stage. So everybody, including myself, and you are literally seeing what that looks like because you are visually seeing me. How that is shifting and changing even my energy and how I channel and how I show up just in the past couple months, right? So everybody is going through that process. So when this process finishes, that's going to be your new integrated higher level aspects shining through. And you're going to be rocking with that for a while until it's next time for the level up. So yeah, welcome. And because of that as well, too, with that integration, your frequency, your vibration, however you want to look at it, is going to necessarily affect those that you connect with. So there's going to continue to be a shuffling of soul groups and interactions, especially when the node shift into Gemini, because Gemini is about the local community, the clusters for me. So it's going to continue, but that it's going to pick up for that whole 18-month transit. Incubator has been transformational for me. Yay! Overflow Tarot is in my incubator. So if you need testimonials, you can find her at, it's at the Overflow, correct? On Instagram. So Overflow spelled without the W at the end. I need to continue sharing testimonials, but but other folks who've been in the incubator is Mystical Healing Guide on Instagram. Let's see, Hien Hong Yoga on Instagram. Sunny and Paradise. I'm trying to remember people's Instagram handles for those who are open to being publicized. Obviously Overflow. Who else is that? Ms. Liz Alex. I don't know if she has like a professional account though. I think it's just personal. But anyway, it's neither here nor there. But it's real people, grown folks, you know, mature people. It's not, I don't do mass stuff, so it's quality regardless, the people who come. So yes, that is my shameless plug because there is no shame for that. So please join. I would love to have you in class. Get the November forecast videos if you have not already on my website. Go to the watch page, click on monthly forecast videos. I will also put the link directly in the description below once this video is uploaded, so you can just click directly to that. And for my Southern California folks, keep December 21st open because that's when I'm planning to do the Night with the Oracle event back in Long Beach at the Salt Lounge. I'm going to get it. All right, y'all. I love you so much. Peace, love, blessings, and all the good things. Enjoy this yummy weekend. Please join me tomorrow if you can on IG Live with Roland. We're going to do the Anihotra and opening up the new energy for this gateway. Since it's IG Live, that video is only going to stay up for 24 hours. So even if you can't make it live, be sure to still watch it within that 24-hour period, and then it gets deleted by IG. So yeah. Okay. Love you. Wear white for that, or blue, and or both. All right. Love you. Bye.